For the free
Alright guys, welcome back. Round 2. We have both players who won their first match of the day already. We have Nicholas playing Virtual World versus Bond with his Invoked dog Shaddoll deck.
I think these are both Florida players too. I think I've seen Nicholas before at one of the cool stuffs up in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so these are both pretty like known players down here. Starts off with 2-2.
Going off into Lily.
This is actually probably the last deck that I knew what was going on before I started playing again. It was
Virtual World?
Yeah. Because I think they banned VFD, which is like a big prominent like thing in this deck, and I was playing Mermails, so.
Oh, that made yourself really happy. Alright, so starting off with the Lulu on the 2-2, getting on the Qinglong to add the Lulu, which is in discard.
What does he discard?
Nibiru. Well, that's perfect for this matchup because he doesn't know he's going against Invoke, but that dog,
it's super
so
dead.
bad.
Yeah, it's super dead. So he's gonna send.
Hey, I would be playing today. I really want to play, but I'm gonna keep the spice of the snake spice left a little bit longer to simmer. I don't have all the cards. I'm still missing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so he synchros into
Zolkin is gonna set.
get the crystal wing out.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the actual spells, but that's the one that sets or activates the spell trap.
No, yeah, when you set a spell trap, you get
No, the
cheat
card
at.
that he set is the one that.
The Choo-Choo.
Choo-Choo, is that what it's called? Okay.
Or Chuche.
Did you just normal summon another Lulu?
No, so Xiaoling, or I can't say the name correctly, but the trap card is a reborn.
Yeah. And he's gonna activate the trap now. Let's see if he plays around the Mech Knight.
Yo, he opened really clean.
Yeah, this is really good. Oh, he does play around the Mech Knight.
So okay, he said the city, so he can get the trap. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Crystal Wing, Shen with the trap. This is pretty clean.
One card in hand? One card in hand, yeah. And he has the banish pile loaded up.
Yep. Shout out to State. Hey man, you couldn't be here, but you're here with us in spirit, man.
Fiend.
So essentially, if he has a hand trap,
I think I see Cosmic Cyclone in Bond's hand.
oh.
I believe that is a Cosmic Cyclone, so he is going to eat through that Chuche.
The good thing though is that Chuche can pop itself.
I guess I don't know why you would want to pop itself.
You gotta keep it alive so you can banish it so you can modulate levels next turn.
Okay.
And you get the recycle for free still.
Well, remember, he still has his own Shen on board, so it's going to get banished regardless.
Oh, that's true.
So even if it pops itself. Also, I never understood how like continuous cards can pop themselves and then be able to.
It's a barrage effect.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't. So we got an invocation.
Off the rip.
Off the top.
Alright, he's gonna fuse. Looks to be 2 doll monsters into a window, not an Apkalon. That's well, Crystal Wing is on trigger for it.
Yeah, so he's trying to keep the Shaddolls in graveyard.
Okay, so it was looks to be a beast, and unsure on the last one.
Yeah, it's too glare for it, or there's too much glare to see it.
He's got brand new sleeves.
Yeah, I think it looked like it's a beast, and I don't want to say dragon, but I can't tell. I'm gonna let Michael Bond know that, Christian. I'm gonna let him know that.
All right, so.
Oh, so it's Squamata, right? Squamata's the one that adds.
No, Hedgehog.
So it might have been a Hedgehog because he's adding Wendy right now.
Okay, then he's gonna draw for Beast.
Yeah. But I definitely see the Cosmic in his hand. So that's gonna eat through the Chuche.
I know we touched on this briefly, but I'm a big fan of the double sleeving.
Yes.
Man.
Really, it's super nice, makes it clean. And also, too, like, so I have, like, a lot of the World Championship sleeves.
Yeah, they last longer
Yeah, they
now.
last a lot longer now, too.
All right, so...
Yeah, he's got the Ecclesia. Actually, he opened really well. Just opening, like being able to fuse, get a window, which window's really good in this matchup too.
May not be going second unless he can figure out an answer to it. Oh, Fleur. So he normal summoned Ecclesia.
That card's so good. I feel like that whole engine, the dogmatic engine, is just so good.
All right, so I guess he's trying to catch him off guard, where he's gonna force out the Chuchi, because he goes Ecclesia 1, Crystal Wing 2, Fleur 3. He's gonna go Chuche 4, targeting Ecclesia, and then this is where the Cosmic Cyclone will come in as 5.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly where this is going.
There we go. Because you gotta read it, you gotta know. Fleur is all one effect.
Yeah. The Cosmic's gonna come down and he's gonna hit it hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get a search and negate Crystal Wing.
It's huge, man.
Which is, yeah, because now Ecclesia can beat over Ultimaya, triggering Fleur's effect to buff, and then Fleur becomes 3k, and I think he should be able to crash into the Crystal Wing. Because Crystal Wing doesn't get any buffs when it battles.
Well, it would do it if it's a level 5 or higher, but it's negated right now, so it won't get the buff.
So it should get the... oh no, Ultimaya can't target it for attack if you control one, right?
Yeah, so he has to clear the Crystal Ring first, but I don't know how he has to choose whether he clears the Shenshin or the Crystal Wing right now. So he's going for the Crystal Wing.
The Crystal Wing I would only go for because Shenshin is going to come back in no matter what.
Yeah. So right now he can beat over the Zolkin.
And he added punishment, so the punishment can then handle the Shenshin.
Oh,
and then he can now, the window becomes an actual real floodgate for the opponent going backburner. So that's really good that he was able to play this correctly to use window as a benefit, making it turn 1.
Which is also why he normal summoned the Ecclesia. I thought he special summoned it, which makes a lot of sense too. There.
Yeah. Oh, man, using Invocation as just a normal polymerization for the hand.
It's really good. Oh, here we go. Does Zolkin have an effect where other monsters can attack?
So Zolkin is...
What, I don't know what is that bond saying.
You can special summon, cannot be targeted for attacks or by card effects while you control another synchro monster. So that means that you can't punishment the Ultimaya.
Yeah.
You have to do it on Shenshin.
Yeah, so he's gonna Shenshin. Does he play something over 2800?
Yeah. Well, hopefully it would be either Omega. If you have a random tech, 3k tech.
Yeah, I think I've seen like a lot of people playing the random 3k tech.
Not sure what he sent to Grave though.
Yeah, there's a lot of glare. He's got 2 cards in here. I think.
Oh, he can send Construct as well too.
Yeah, I think that's exactly. No, I don't think that's what he sent. But I see an Ash in Nicholas's hand, so this isn't looking too good for him.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal start, but
yeah,
Bond had everything. He played it correctly too.
That's the problem that I see too. Like with these decks, like as far as like, I guess you wouldn't say rogue decks, but like tier 2 decks, is that once you beat their like initial board or anything like that,
if they don't have a real follow up,
it's super hard. And then the same thing, like I was playing at Emancipator a couple days ago. Just like you stop the normal summon and then there's no real like follow up, like unless you have like a really good extender.
Yeah. So and you guys are right. He did send Construct.
Yeah.
So the Shenshin effect.
Shenshin's probably gonna banish the Zolkin.
And the Nibiru.
Nibiru, yeah. But then he gets himself locked out of special summon for the rest of the turn.
Well, as long as he beat over a window.
I mean, that's just saying that he doesn't have a Alistair or something in his hand.
Oh, Bell.
Yeah. This is definitely, that's a nice little tech. I stopped.
That hurt me.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people stop playing that card. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I think he might have did? I think he might have sent Abcalone because he discarded the Wendy. That's why he has a set card right now.
No, the Wendy came from the Hedgehog from turn 1.
Yeah, I know, but he has a set card right now. If he would have sent Contract, it would have only added. So I think he added something with Abcalone and then discarded the Wendy, which is why.
So he sends Construct. He probably added the a monster, or nope, he didn't add back any monster, but he already had the Wendy from Hedgehog from turn 1.
Okay, so I guess yeah, I guess. Oh, he just set the Wendy down. Yeah, that was what it was. And Wendy's effect when she flips is the same thing as when she sent to the graveyard. So
Yep.
I wonder what he's.
They got eaten by Ash.
Yeah. Again, though, I still don't think it looks good. He has 1 card in hand, and I know that a virtual needs at least 2 cards to play.
Yep.
Oh wait, he has 2 cards. He's just punching now.
And Bond has another invocation, but no way to Alistair.
To an Alistair, yeah.
And they play 6. It's crazy. They play 6.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, in reality, though, if he wanted to, he could make like a construct right now or something with the Ecclesia and the Wendy. But I just don't see exactly like what that does for him. Yeah, he just passes.
Alright, so one more time for Shen Shen.
Let's try this again. And then he gets hit with another random bell.
Hits another Nibiru and Ash.
I think Bond has Ash in his hand and an invocation.
So he has Roshi in hand, a Qinglong, and a
Looks like a Nibiru.
Lulu or a Nibiru. He has Tutu in graveyard, which he can just discard and summon again. Now she becomes a tuner.
Yeah, he said contract.
I think at this point he's gonna go Roshi effect, targeting the Shen Shen. Because all he has to do is just get into a, well, no, he shouldn't use the effect. He just has to beat over Winda. I keep forgetting Winda's there.
Oh, he has.
Oh, yeah, he has Qinglong. Just banish, negate Winda.
It, yeah. And then just start playing from there.
Yep. Banish Lily. Yep.
So his graveyard is just 2/2 with Lulu, right? That's literally his just graveyard right now.
Yeah.
So
And he has another Lily in hand, and he has a Roshi in hand. So.
Oh, that is Roshi, yeah.
That puts now Bond back. What he has an Ash. Yep.
He does have an Ash, yeah. It's really big here right now too.
It's sad, but he just go Lily.
Send the
send
Qinglong,
Nan, send Nan and Qinglong.
Yeah.
Not Qinglong. Nan and well, yeah, he can send Qinglong too.
One that adds to add, yeah, to get a Lulu or something.
But he targeted Shen Shen, so he has to send a spell and trap.
Yeah, so he's definitely sending a Qinglong for sure.
And just add a level 3, and then normal summon the level 3, and go into think what's that one? The level 9 against Synchro?
Vermilion, the one that
Vermilion
pops?
mech,
Yeah.
yes.
Looks
Oh
like
no,
he's
you can go for M7.
Yeah, to add back. Maybe add back to Lulu.
Add back Lulu.
Yeah. It's pretty good, actually.
And now you can end on a Zeus with a 1 send.
That's
and
another
a
card
Chuchi.
that I don't see didn't get touched in the ban list, too. I know it's, like, rather new, but I think that card's really strong.
Yes. That card eclipsed a card that was banned and then released at 3.
Exciton Knight.
Yep. That card was. I remember like, yo, I pulled one from a pack. I was so happy because now I could play with one.
Even then, too, I think actually it might even be a little bit better than Exciton Knight because a lot of the times now they're making cards that can be destroyed.
Well, Exciton Knight was limited. It can only be done during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase.
I think Exciton is still limited now, too, right?
No, it's at 3 now.
Oh, it's at 3 now? Okay, yeah.
But it's just that the construction of the card was so limiting back then, which is perfect for it. But now that we have answers during the main phase and battle phase.
Yeah, there's a bunch of answers.
So you just come up with Zeus that's not the once per chain?
Yeah, that's super strong.
So he's gonna summon out the Lulu. Hopefully he did target the... Oh, he just normal summoned Lulu. I'll really try to see if I can add back a Chuchi, if anything, because I need to start recurring my cards back.
It's good, too, that he's keeping the Shen Shen on board right now because all these cards are getting banished, so they're not getting any value.
Yep. But I am happy to see Virtual World doing something.
Yeah, I mean, Virtual World, it's just like, it's probably one of the better decks as far as like sync or something. It actually, you know what? It's synchros and it exceeds.
Yeah.
So it has like that whole aspect, like that whole old school aspect.
He's playing the Fusion, so I can't tell he's playing the Kalyuga, or no, the Kaliga, or the Dragoons from the angle of it.
I think that is true. He said that Ecclesia was bluff from floor. Hold on. Yeah, I believe so, yeah. The Ecclesia was buff from floor. Right now. Because that is definitely something that happened. Okay, yeah, so we got that squared away. So Shen beat over the Ecclesia, and it was something from the graveyard. So it beats the clause that it can't be destroyed by a card from the extra deck. Yeah, so I think Nick just wiped the board right now. And
Man, that Zeus clear on a top deck meltdown. That was a perfect card he needed.
Exactly what he needed. But then right now, again, so this is the problem that I do see with when you activate Zeus. Like, what does he do now?
Oh, it is a beater.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying, like, what is, like, as far as he cleared his whole board, what does he do now? He summons Shen back?
Yeah, and that's 59 or 58.
Yeah. Yeah, YuGiOh Dueling Zone. Yeah, that's what he beat over it with Shen, and Shen was summoned back from the graveyard. So
it's not summoned from the extra deck
it's not
anymore.
considered summoned from the extra deck anymore.
And there it is. That's game one.
Super good Zeus.
So
that's a strong Zeus.
Man, okay. I'm just happy to see Virtual World do something, and he ended on really good.
Yeah.
He had Chuchi, he had Crystal Wing, and Shen on board
on board
with a hand trap.
Yeah.
And Bond was able to fight through that as well, with making his own window, having Ecclesia and a Fleur in hand.
Yeah.
And
with the Cosmic.
Yeah.
To beat the Chuche, yeah.
So that was good back and forth. Like, it wasn't a steamroll on anybody's part. It was just good interactive Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, I feel like, so they're not, like, getting Dragon Link comboed where someone's just playing Solitaire. I think that was really, like you said, good back and forth Yu-Gi-Oh. That wasn't something that I enjoyed watching that. You know, like, seeing two players play well and then someone gaining advantage and then losing the advantage right after and then coming back from basically the depths of nothing. You know, just with the one Zeus.
It shows the first that like the core archetypes are just still strong, and how both players are just playing their cards correctly to beat each other. Yes, top decks are always accounted for, but sometimes you just have to play well overall without it.
No, definitely. And I think also too, both of them know these decks pretty well, because I think any like person that is just picking up Virtual might have just like conceded there.
Tell you the truth, I in my head as I'm playing this game out, I conceded a few times.
I mean, I know definitely. I said it. I was like, it's not looking too good. I might see a scoop, but he held through it, stuck through it, and just kept going.
It's crazy. Like watching these games, I'm like going through every single scenario, and I'm already like just giving up early. Yeah. But when I'm playing these games, I see all these scenarios, but I'm betting on the better outcome for me.
Definitely, yeah. And I think that's just something you like seeing it, like as you're like seeing it and actually playing it changes a lot of things.
Yeah. So now they're both going to the sideboard. Ironically enough, I've talked to Bond multiple times when it comes to deck ideas. Nick hit me up just a few last night
about Virtual,
and he was like, "Hey, give me ideas. What do you think I should be playing?" And just hopefully he stuck to a few things we just discussed before, like having like Lancia, anti-spells, just stuff for him. He's playing. He's starting in the red reboot.
Yeah, I mean he's playing against. He doesn't want to get beat by Schism or something like that. Or something. Honestly, too. No, State. That was definitely you that got second.
Did both of you guys get second at the YCS?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you nice.
No, man, but that was, it's funny. I was talking about that event yesterday with a couple of the guys from our locals about like, they were asking questions about, what's it like playing at a big event? What's the main thing? And coming from where that was my very first YCS. So getting second at my first YCS was pretty big.
Yeah.
And I think I knew exactly what my deck was doing. That's what I tell people. I knew exactly what it was doing. I didn't need to know anything else because I played it so much. I knew everything that was going on as far as the format. So I took the time, like to rest and stuff like that. I think that was like a big key factor for
Yeah,
playing an event.
you don't want to be too
Yeah,
stressful and working yourself off of
yeah.
that.
You
Yeah,
just take your time, like learn your craft, like learn your deck, and then just go from there. But no, honestly, huh. I miss going to events stuff like that. That's just something that you don't really think about with the whole like pandemic and stuff like that. You miss seeing all the people that from around the world. Like
I think the game's become more of a way to meet more people and just
correct.
travel.
Yeah.
Like it gives like I've played this game so long now, it gives me a reason to leave my state.
No, yeah. I mean, I honestly, that was my first time ever flying when I went to that event. That was I believe I had went to, yeah, it was Memphis. That was my first time ever flying.
So we're starting up round 2 now, or game 2 now. Virtual World 1, game 1.
Yeah, Virtual World got it. He had the nice comeback with the Zeus on the top deck meltdown.
This Bond told him to go first.
Yeah, that's a thing too. I've seen a lot. Like because I mean, he feels like maybe he could just plow through whatever he makes.
We see Ash, Nib, Fleur in his hand.
Yeah.
And Nick starts out with normal summon Lulu to go into Lily, gets negated by Ash and Desires immediately afterwards.
The draw 2. Checking the vanish pod. Doesn't look like anything really vanished there. It looks like a lot of spells. See what he drew. Set 2 pass.
So he has Droll in his hand, which is perfect for this matchup.
With the Alistair. It's really good that now he's going to play around the Droll. Because maybe, like most people don't know that intricacy where, they just activate Meltdown.
It's like one of those fighting games 50-50.
Yeah.
It's like, do you Meltdown and like, do I Droll after the Meltdown and lock into a Gamma?
Yeah.
Or now your opponent's like, I don't want to play into a Droll.
Correct.
I need to get this first search off to resolve.
I didn't get to see Michael Bond's hand, but I definitely think, he's pretty well versed in knowing to try to get a read on those type of cards.
Yeah. So he added Invocation. We see the Fleur, Invocation, Nib in hand.
So I see Bond. He's summoning out the
Magistus.
The Magistus.
The light one.
I was so I messed around with this deck a little bit, the Invoked Dog Shaddoll, and I felt like playing the Secure Garden package was a little bit better. And the reason being is Maximus is just such a strong card.
Oh, Maximus is so good.
So right now, like if he was to be able to have Maximus and stuff like that, like I mean, he doesn't get to resolve it because he doesn't have an extra deck card in the graveyard. So I felt like just having that like little like niche one card in the extra deck that made a difference was able to push for, I guess, making the Nadir Servant into like a +2.
So just to peek at Bond's hand, he has Super Poly as well. Now this is I would think kind of unique because your Super Poly would probably be from Mud Dragon.
Yeah, probably because he has the double dragon. Well, I mean, he could do Zolkin, Shen. I don't know. Maybe it's for his own. Maybe he wants to go for game.
Yeah, he can also fuse his own stuff as well.
Yeah, Austin, definitely. When you rest, man, it's really big. Like you're playing at like your highest level.
He set 1 pass, sets in the same column as Chuchi, so
Could
possibly
be an
Imperm.
Or he could be faking the Imperm.
Yep. Little heads up plays
Yeah.
that you gotta pay attention. Why are you sending a card right there?
Or could be setting up the Mech Knight.
Man, always gotta respect the zones.
But yeah, I think it might be the Super Poly because I don't think on his list he had Imperms. But I definitely see a Nadir Servant in Bond's hand, so that draw was pretty big.
Yeah. So we know he has Fleur. Oh wow, Lily again.
Oh, he's gonna negate. He just discarded Knight.
Okay. So Knight's gone, so he has Nibiru, Nadir, and an unknown.
Ooh,
Oh no, Alistair because he added back.
Oh, with the pot.
So about Nicholas's list, he plays both Desires and Prosperity at 3-ofs.
I mean, you want to see one, right?
I talked to him like, hey, like I personally didn't like it because of the confliction, but he's showing me that, hey man, you're kind of wrong on this. He desired
also, too,
turn 1,
yeah.
and now turn 2, he's Prosperity.
No, I think the only thing that's good about that is, especially in this deck, you can always just discard it off of the
off their effects.
Yeah, so it's just
And you're putting a focus that Nian is gonna shuffle back anything I need. I banish an extract monster, I'll get it back later.
yeah,
I hit a card off the top from my deck because it desires, I get it back later.
yeah. So I'm looking right now. It doesn't look like. I mean, that's GG, right? If
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. And he had E-Telly. I mean, maybe he could have brought out a Lulu. Maybe he could have brought out Nyan.
It was his only monster he flipped up to.
Yeah.
Well, other than Ash, 'cause you don't want to really add Ash. You need to figure out a way to beat over to get around Makaba.
Yeah.
And Makaba banishing the Lily only makes stuff easier for you. So
Yeah.
getting the GG is correct.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet right now. The only thing that sucks is that he's gonna do half damage, but I think at this point he's just trying to play.
We need to control the game state.
Yeah, I think that's what Virtual has become. You know, just controlling the game, like the flow of everything.
Chuchi,
Yeah.
best card for the deck.
Yeah.
It's a disruptor and it recycles.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had that with Zoo when we had Trident and Emerald in the same deck.
Even Combo was doing it too.
Yeah.
Oh, he discarded his last card in hand was Droll. In Bond's case, if he doesn't get beat this turn, it's pretty good for him because you know he doesn't have to deal with another Droll and Lockbird. So I think Bond knows every card that's in play except for the set. So he's thinking. I believe he added Lulu off of the deck, so can't imagine what he'd be thinking. Maybe he's looking see if he banished. Maybe he'd be able to resolve the effect, targeting a trap. So he's gonna add a monster spell, maybe like Nian.
I gotta send back another. Okay, so he doesn't have any more Chuchis. That means he banished a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, when he did the Potter's Eyes, it was mostly spells and traps. I didn't see a lot of monsters. Bond being the nice guy, helping him out. Yeah, he's gonna
Add Roshi.
add Sen City. I mean, we know it. Nicholas doesn't know, but this the Nibiru that's gonna come down might be pretty strong. Yeah.
He might try to set up a. No, he doesn't have. Well, he can go for a.
This is probably gonna be Coral Dragon.
Coral. Okay. Oh no. I think he's going for. I think he called it Jujui, or Jijui.
I've never even seen that one played. I have no idea what that one does.
So that is the level 6. If you control 2 of the same attribute and type in graveyard, it can be destroyed by battle lore card effects.
Okay. Wow. That's
And
weird.
you banish 2 of the same attribute and type, target a monster your opponent controls, send it to graveyard.
Okay. That's pretty good. I just don't see where. I mean, yeah, I guess Coral Dragon wouldn't be as good. He's probably not going for the Zolkin play, especially not right now.
But now he just walked right into this Nibiru.
Yeah, the Nibiru is going to be really strong. I mean, that's a 9 though. I can't imagine if he makes a 9 that negates. Bond doesn't want to like deal with
A Shen Shen.
yeah. That definitely was a super poly. It's set right now.
I think he might be greedy just so he can get the super poly value and hold on to Nibiru. But I would just use Nibiru.
Yeah, you got the Nibiru right now. The good thing too is they have the new Invoked that pops on summon, so
Algides.
yeah.
Algides.
So it's not like he can't get over the however big this thing may be. He may not even calculate how much attack. Oh, well, Nicholas is gonna do it. We got the letter P saying mechs are ass.
Yo, I thought the same thing too, but
If you don't play around them correctly, they're definitely not that good. So, or they definitely can fool you and come right and just play right through everything. So, see him calculating the token. This is probably a hefty token, by the way.
it's
Too.
like 25,
At
24.
least 25. Yeah.
And it has a big defense because of Roshi.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
go to
add
end step
back, yeah.
and Blue gets added back for GG.
So depending on what the set is, he just knows that he has a Chuchi interruption. So. And I believe Bond used Ash too, so if he wanted to make like the Purga Trio, he could do that too. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the one that pops right now.
So a Light and a Fusion and Alistair to
Yeah.
go for it. Yep. On summon ability. And he has Meltdown in hand.
Yeah, I guess he's just trying to play around the draw. But Bond should know every card in his hand. I don't know why he's playing around the draw. He could also, too, be saving it, maybe.
Try to bluff as a hand drop, if anything.
More than likely, yeah. I mean, he can activate it right now, then he can get double the Alistair. Maybe he wants to try to push. I'm sorry, I think that's what.
Man, you popular, bro.
Then again, too, like Bond knows what he's doing. You know, he's calculating everything in his head right now. So
He still has Super probably said, if anything, too.
yeah. And you know what's pretty cool? I mean, not a lot of people do it because it's, I guess you would refer to it as kind of neg, but when you super poly your own board to try to push for damage. So.
Oh, yeah. As long as his game.
Yeah, in Orcus format, I definitely used to super poly my own board just to go for game. So this is the problem, too. He has to deal with the Chuche. Maybe he has Cosmic.
No,
He lets it resolve.
Lily and Chinglong gets shuffled back in. So Lulu has a target for a Rotor Search next turn. For a double Rotor Search.
Yeah.
Nadir.
The Servant, yeah. That's what I was saying. I think he had that since turn 1.
Yep.
And then people don't, like, when I talk about Nadir Servant, like, I get, like, a little bit upset about it because if you really think about it, that card could be a +2.
Yes.
And then on top of that, like, if you're sending, let's say, like, he's sending Apicon right now, so it's definitely going to be, like, a +2. But, you know, it could be anything it wants. It could be a pop. It could be literally whatever it wants. It could be, like, you send Omega to shuffle back a Miscellaneous Source.
Which is crazy because, like, in OCG, they viewed that as the only problem card in the whole scheme of Dogmatica.
In reality, I think that pretty much is.
Yeah, it's a Rota because
Yeah.
you could play a small package.
Yes, that allows it to be put in a small package. I think if you were to, like, let's say limit it or ban it, then people would just you know, play 3 Maximus, but then you would have to play like a heavy Dogmatic engine.
So you want to draw them.
Correct, yeah. So I mean it's still a new card, you know, Konami likes to get, you know, value out of their cards and stuff like that, but definitely that card is definitely something to look out for as far as, like, possibly getting banned.
So Nick's trying to figure out what to do because he just lost his face of virtual world target.
Yeah. Oh,
Prosperity.
Prosperity. And we do know the other card in his hand is Lulu, so this has got to hit something pretty good. But this is where Prosperity may come back to hurt him because, you know, he's running
losing
out
resources.
Of, yeah, he's looting a lot of extra deck cards. It's another Lulu.
Telly.
The E-Telly could be good.
Man,
Honest?
I kind of want that Chuchi though. Well, no, he doesn't have that much mana, so I'll go for the Telly and get the Nian.
Yeah, that's the only way. You know what? We have another understanding. It's healthy and it promotes interactive gameplay.
So the whole community's talking about right now the issue of Winda.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Schism or Apcalone is the real problem because if you think about it really,
Yeah.
you can throw those two in any deck.
Yeah.
And as long as you have access to Apcalone, you can play the Foolish Burial for the extra deck.
Definitely.
Set Apcalone.
Yeah.
You can't set the Schism, but it gives you access to a window on the next turn.
Correct. So I was well, I'll talk about it when we get some more, like, free time. Let them think
Alright,
there.
so it goes to Fortune Tune.
Yeah, that's it's definitely gonna be a Zeus. So
Yep.
he protects it. It's gonna be a Zeus. Try to clear the board. Now the question is, does he clear the whole board now?
No, he has to wait.
So if he doesn't, yeah, he's not gonna negate this, and I guarantee you right now, Bond's gonna super poly that and bring out. Yeah, he's gonna super poly because I believe Zeus is a light.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so he's gonna super poly it. Just not even. Yeah, this game.
Boom. And scoops it up from there. Not gonna lie, we've been through many years of normal summon Alistair, but that was another great game back and forth of normal summon
It's
Alistair.
interactive gameplay. Like I don't think that Bond is really, like, playing it like how like most people are playing, like, a cookie cutter list where it's just normal summon Alistair, activating the deer, and just not doing anything. Bond is playing other
Yeah.
cards that allow him to be like the deck to be more interactive and more fun to watch, I guess you could say. So it's not terrible. Definitely,
It was good.
Yeah.
Like this match was wonderful. I think for my second time being on this event for streaming, it was my best matchup that I've seen so far.
This is very back and forth. I'm enjoying watching this one. Definitely, this is probably, at least so far, it's probably the best game we've had. Although the eventful end of the last game, so. But this is definitely shaping to be probably one of the better games.
So going to game 3 now. You are playing Bond's deck, the Alistair deck, the Invoked Dogmatica deck. You're going second against Virtual World.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
So I saw Nicholas do it. He's not playing around the Lightning Storm, so maybe Bond puts in like Lightning Storm just to like clear the whole like front row, or maybe clear like the back, because he's playing Cosmic already. So maybe he just keeps that in there. But I keep telling a lot of people, I don't know if Bond's playing or not. Evenly Match is still super strong. No one's playing it. He's playing a control deck, so it's not really like he's trying to push per game. So maybe something like that, something to clear the monster negates, because in reality, there's if he's not opening the spell cards, most of the Alistair deck is monster effects.
Yes,
so
that's true.
You're gonna deal with 2 strong cards. Maybe he's playing Dark Ruler no more. That's something you'd probably want to see against this.
I want to see Nick. I want to see him own full combo. I want to see the same board of the Ultimaya with the Shen and the Crystal Wing, but I want that last oomph, that Jagoon's oomph right there.
So my only problem too that I saw with that board that he made, he used a lot of the cards in his hand. He had 1 card in hand, which was unfortunately on Bond was an Ash, but like that's the problem too that I see with Virtual World, is maybe he's using a lot of resources. There's no recursion. Like, you know, I guess you have like the Qinglong and Graveyard that probably can do that for you. But in reality, that's the problem with these like tier 2 decks and stuff like that, or decks that have been at full power and then they get nerfed somehow, you know, with the whole situation with like banning certain cards.
It becomes a fair deck this way.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're making a big board, but you're also losing every card in your hand or using a bunch of resources. So it just depends on how you look at it. But
all right, let's get back into it, because we're going to see Virtual World starting off. Let's see the first 5 cards, and we do see a little lag right now with one of the cameras. We're going to get that fixed when we can.
He's frozen in time.
In deep thought. But he's starting off with a Pot of Prosperity.
It's funny because I see them both on it, because I see in Bond's hand, Bond has Pot of Prosperity as well. So they're both, they felt like this was good. Yeah. So in my Dino deck that my buddy's playing today, he's playing the Prosperity card. But in my list, I was playing the Extravagance. I felt like in Dino's Extravagance was probably a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a draw 2 for over a guaranteed, or not a guaranteed, a better probability of a Pot of Duality.
But in reality too, like I told him, it's an OTK deck. You want to kill, so you don't want to have half their life points. Like you don't want to do half damage. And
just a reminder for you guys, the clock right there is for the normal players. The stream clock has a separate one, so they should have at least
maybe 6 minutes, probably 5, 6 minutes. That was what happened the last game. Anti-spell is going to be huge if he takes that, because Bond's hand is one monster.
Man. No.
Oh, he doesn't take it.
Does he already have the anti-spell?
Let's hope he does, but in reality, though, his hand may not be strong. It doesn't look like there's traps. I see monsters. Good amount of monsters.
I guess he needs a face-up for those cards. So he needs a city.
GG is level 3 or level 6?
Level 3.
Okay, so I mean he has GG in him. That's the one he has right now.
That's kind of combo, because you get that, then you can banish it, add the Lulu.
I see an Alistair in Bond's hand. Is it an Alistair or is it an Ash? No, it's an Alistair.
He has an Alistair, and no, it's a Beast. It's a Beast and Punishment and 3 spells.
Yeah, he has looks Invocation, Meltdown,
and Nadir.
If he has that, I would have. I mean, he wouldn't have known to take the anti-spell.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
So Bond's hand looks like it's ready to plow through a board.
No, you're right, Austin. It's like you evenly match is good, but with the prevalent a lot of banishing decks, everyone playing Lancia, it kind of counters like, oh, you're trying to evenly match you? Well, I already had Lancia for your deck anyway. So. Yeah.
I mean, in reality, in this matchup, like in his deck, people already have the Lancia, but in certain decks, you know, they're not really siding in Lancia, or they may not have seen it, you know?
Oh, so he goes Qinglong, add Lulu, discards the Ash, Lulu effect, sends Qinglong to add City. I mean, Chu-Chi to add City. and then banish Chuchi up the level to make a Shen.
So he's gonna try to sit on this Shen.
Does he have anti-spell? That's the question now.
He has 2 set. If he flips the anti-spell,
that's game.
It's pretty much game.
Well, not really game because he has the punishment that can still fight through.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, his Shenshin's super, super big, so he can't send.
It's 28, so constant. Oh, he had another anti-spell.
Yeah, he scooped. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
Wow,
Anti-spell is a boss of a card.
that was probably like the fastest like game 3. It sucks because the 2
like
first
that.
games were really well. And
Man,
this,
every time I play, I want to have a good game 3. Like game 1 and 2, game 1's a blowout.
Yeah.
Game 2 a blowout. Game 3, we have more than enough time because we got blown out. We can just now have a good grind game.
Yeah.
They did the opposite.
Yeah, Theo, that your first comment didn't age pretty well. He said virtual anti-spell could have won.
Bruh. Yeah.
So when he said the 2 cards, yeah, that was. I mean, he didn't search anything, so he's setting 2 cards. He's got to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I saw anti-spell. To me, that's a game-winning card right there.
Yeah.
If my opponent's not taking that card,
Probably
oh
got
my
it. Yeah,
God,
that's
we
been a
already
problem.
have it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That was pretty hurtful there. But Bond played well. He played super well. It's just unfortunate.
Can't be mad about it. It'd be like that.
Handful of monsters, or handful of spells actually. In sense.
Man, like the punishment, he could try to grind out, but he added back the Lulu back already for the GG effect.
Yeah.
He has Chuchi, and he has still an unknown set. So even if he gets around the Shen, it's just gonna come right back and push through.
And then on top of that, he could probably just push out a Zeus and just like, yeah, he's clearing his own anti-spell, but he's just clearing all the cards that Bond would be setting. So that's like the biggest thing.
So we are going right into it. Round 3's our pairings up already.
Yeah.
So you guys stick around. We're gonna do a quick shady cutaway, but round 3 will be starting off real quick.
Yeah.